welcome back to another Explainer. Today, we're on a mission to capture the absolute essentials of this book in 8 minutes or less in English. So let's just dive right into this fascinating breakdown of digital trust and uncover what's really powering the next wave of the internet. We are hitting the biggest misconception right out of the gate here. Is this tech entirely synonymous with all that cryptocurrency hype you see in the headlines? Well, the short answer is absolutely not. But to really get why, we've got to look at the foundations. For this explainer, we're extracting the core concepts from Tiana Laurence's brilliant guide, Blockchain for Dummies, 2nd edition. She does an incredible job of stripping away all that confusing jargon to reveal what a lot of experts are now calling the 5th evolution of computing. Beyond the Bitcoin myth. Right, so to truly grasp this technology, we've got to decouple the tech from the token. People so often confuse the vehicle with the actual road it drives on, We really have to separate the two to see the true potential here. Think about it like this. A cryptocurrency like Bitcoin is simply a unique bit of data that can be traded between two parties. The crucial point here is that the crypto is just the asset. It's the value transfer token, not the underlying engine. And here is the engine itself. A blockchain is a distributed database, or data structure, that's controlled by a group of individuals to store and share information. Basically, it's a public ledger. It operates as a peer-to-peer system with absolutely no central authority managing the data flow. Zero central boss. The trust engine, how it actually works. Now that we have those terms straight, let's look at how this network actually processes and secures information without that central boss we just mentioned. How does it actually create trust? It's a pretty elegant step-by-step flow. First, a user proposes a transaction. Second, computers distributed all across the network, we call these full nodes, verify that data. Third, miners process it to earn a reward. And finally, the data becomes an immutable, totally unchangeable blockchain entry. This ensures nobody can spend the same token twice. It effectively solves the ultimate human issue of digital trust online, which computer scientists call the Byzantine general's problem. Basically, how do you get independent parties to reach consensus and trust each other without a central authority? Under the hood, this architecture actually merges some older, brilliant technologies. Blockchains use cryptographic hashing and something called Merkle trees. You can think of Merkle trees like these massive digital funnels that compress huge amounts of transaction data down into a single, completely tamper-proof top hash. The 3 flavors of blockchain. So what's really interesting here is that blockchains actually come in 3 distinct structural flavors depending on the use case. It is definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. Let's compare them quickly. While public networks, like Bitcoin, are open to everyone and thrive on massive global participation, you also have permissioned blockchains, like Ripple, that tightly control what roles individuals can actually play. And then there are private distributed ledgers. They don't even use a token, and they're heavily favored by enterprise consortiums that need to trade highly confidential information securely. Powerful enterprise platforms. And that leads us right into how this technology is scaling rapidly into massive enterprise solutions, going way beyond public crypto exchanges and firmly planting its roots in the corporate world. We're seeing major platforms actively driving this enterprise adoption. Giants like the Hyperledger Foundation, Microsoft Azure, and IBM Bluemix, which is actually integrating its blockchain networks with Watson AI, which is wild. They're leveraging this tech to build these incredibly secure modular fabrics for massive global businesses. Transforming global industries. Because of this, the immutable ledger is poised to disrupt almost every traditional sector on Earth. We're talking way beyond just basic tech companies. Just look at real estate and finance. The ability to have a unique, completely uncopyable audit trail, that's revolutionary. We are talking about completely eliminating the need for costly third-party clearing corporations or expensive title insurance. It radically accelerates global financial products and literally squeezes fraud right out of the system. Or take emerging tech, like self-driving cars. When assessing fault in an accident, instead of relying on, subjective human witness testimony, blockchains can solve that massive liability dilemma. They provide a flawless, decentralized, and permanent record of the car's sensors, leading right up to the exact moment of impact. And the public sector definitely isn't ignoring this either. Governments are actively exploring blockchain to combat identity theft, secure their borders, and build the smart cities of the future. A great example of this is Singapore's really impressive Smart Nation initiative. The future of trust and roadblocks. Okay, so here is the crucial point. While the potential is seemingly limitless across all these sectors, there are still some very real, complex hurdles to massive global adoption that the industry really has to figure out. A major roadblock is simply scaling the tech. I mean, it has to be able to seamlessly handle tens of millions of active daily users. Think the kind of load Google or Facebook handles without crashing or causing enterprise data storage costs to just absolutely skyrocket. Plus, these networks have to navigate tricky non-political software upgrades without stalling out due to developer infighting. There's also a highly unique legal dilemma here. The permanent, unerasable memory of a blockchain actually clashes directly with European privacy laws that demand a citizen's right to be forgotten. Think about it. How do you erase personal data from a ledger mathematically designed to never forget? As Laurence highlights in the book, the primary thing that makes these systems secure is the large number of independent, globally distributed nodes. Ultimately, the strength of the whole system relies entirely on widespread participation. It completely reframes how society records and ultimately trusts information online. So, how will we navigate digital truth in a decentralized era? As we step into a future built on digital ledgers, ask yourself how this trust engine is going to reshape your own industry. Will you rely on a centralized authority or a decentralized truth? If you enjoyed this, subscribe to In 8 Minutes and never miss what matters.